Wait a sec, I'm gonna plug in my mic. Oh, there's. Okay, so we are back today, um, and what we're going to do is uh, kind of get everything ready for scraping the stuff. Um, so essentially, right now, wait, let me see if this microphone is it working? Yes. Okay. Yeah. The big microphone is. Yep, it is. Um, so basically, yeah, I think that's working. Um, so anyways, what we're gonna do today is kind of get stuff ready for scraping and make sure it actually scrapes okay. And then yeah, primarily that, and then also kind of testing to see what dates we actually want to scrape long term. And then we'll also discuss some of the scan stuff and how we're going to throw that into tables. So, so yeah, let's get started on some of that. Um, first, first I'm just gonna check that this is streaming okay. Um, so let me see. I'm going to pull up YouTube. Cause yeah, there are a couple times that it hasn't been streaming okay, and I don't even like notice for like an hour because it's on like a different screen or something. Um, so yeah, um, so basically, yeah. Well, I now am monitoring it, so if it does go down, I should be able to tell, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So the first thing is what we want to do, is figuring out kind of the boundary that we're going to scrape and stuff. And, um, and for kind of the boundary that we're going to scrape, a lot is going to depend, I guess, um, on essentially what dates are available for the USGS service, and uh, and then also we might actually try to figure out how we're going to stash the ASOS weather station data, because we don't want to be calling it every time, because there's going to be kind of a lot of then downtime. So and then also there are some dates that like some of the ASOS stations actually go back further than the U.S. Geological Service. So having those still stashed somewhere in BigQuery would likely be beneficial, because then if someone who maybe is not as interested in forecasting like the stream flow comes along, then essentially uh then they could still like um I guess be find the things useful and such. Um so yeah, we're going to, I guess, work on that. Also, I'm gonna see if I can make this a bit better. Actually, now looking at on my other computer, I was think, yeah, the problem is when I make it wider, kind of goes off the screen a bit. I think that's okay because people probably don't care as much what the dock is. Um, uh, yeah. So, yeah, I guess we can do this and just try that. Wait, Maybe it's only doing it on here. 'Cause I still see the full thing on my regular computer. Okay. So, anyways, in any case, yeah, I guess I will just expand that out a bit then. Because, like, yeah, I think on the actual stream it might be okay. Um, yeah, that looks, I think that's better. Okay. So yeah, because I remember some people were complaining about not being able to see it well a while ago. So I think that's good. I think it probably looks a bit clearer now. And then we're gonna go ahead and yeah, get started then. So actually for this does require, I think, just some manual looking up of stuff. So we're gonna look up a couple of different kind of gauges and just try to um see like how far the data goes back just to get a sense of like when we should start kind of scraping. Or actually some of that might be in the metadata too. So this one, the height goes back to 2007 and the discharge goes back to 1990, it looks like. Um, oops, that's the wrong project. Okay, that's another project I was working on. Okay, there it is. Um, so, so basically here we are in the, I don't think I actually included the start dates in the BigQuery table and stuff. So, um, so I don't think we can do that, but also we can get, there seem to do be some gauges missing here too when we ran this end to end. So if we just do like, for instance, a count of the select count, and then we group by state should be, yeah, there. I was seeing that it seemed to, oh shit, we want to have the state there. It seems that like some states are missing completely, so I don't really know why that is, but basically, looking at this, we can kind of see, let's see if I can make this bigger. We can see that well, we can see for one, the query only returned 20 free, and obviously there are 50 states, so that means basically 27 states were missing. And I don't really know why when we did the final thing they were missing. Um, I think, yeah, it's kind of odd for me. I think we got 4 or 5 thousand there, and but yeah, it doesn't even actually seem to have much rhyme or reason because I see both eastern states and western states and southern states and northern states. So I'm not sure why the states that are missing are missing. Like I think Idaho is missing. New Hampshire might be missing. Yeah, so there are several states missing. So at some point we'll have to try to maybe do an audit and figure out why those are missing from the gauge metadata. But at the same time, uh I just want to start building some of the actual data. Um so we have some of the files because in a separate thing I'm actually already begun starting some machine learning experiments on some of the stuff I just test scraped. And obviously we can't, well, from a machine learning standpoint, we can't even really train on all of these at once anyways. So it's kind of better to like, um, and this would probably apply at a company too, like put out some, at least in most teams I know of, would be better to, of course, put out some of the data at once, and um, so put out some of the data at once, and then people can start, the ML team, or if you are the ML team, even you can do it concurrently when you get the rest of the data, because also it's going to take a long time to scrape everything. So I think, yeah, we'll start with these states right now, and then we'll try to figure out why 27 states seem to be missing from here. But uh, but yeah, that's kind of like the one of the things we'll definitely have to investigate, because clearly, yeah, it's like doesn't seem to be doing it correctly. So so that's that. But in any case, like we were talking about some of the fields in it, I don't think we should have put actually thrown start date in. I think why we were here, but at this point it's not in there. And I don't really want to write an ETL job to add it right now. So though actually we probably honestly should at some point, because then when people query the other stuff, that could be useful. But as I said, we're just gonna like put out some of the data now. But we'll actually catalog this in an issue. So even if you're not gonna work on an issue right now, it's always good to have a record of this stuff. Um, so I'm gonna do this. 27 states missing from gauge metadata. So this would probably get a bug label. And then just a quick description. After saving the gauge metadata to a BigQuery table, there seem to be only 23 states present. That means 27 states have no metadata in the table, despite all states clearly having some USGS gauges. Um, Details preview. We should maybe just get the number of rows. Yeah, there are 5,431 rows, but only but I think there should be over 9K in total. So clearly some basins are missing. So yeah, so we'll just write that again. We're not going to handle it right now, but now we just have a record of it being a problem, because if you don't make a record, it can, even though we're the only ones or I'm the only one really working on this, it can be easy to forget. And yeah, and a lot of team setups too. You might make the bug report or the feature request. And then, if it's not something pressing, it's there in the backlog, and then you might take it into the next sprint. I mean, if it's really pressing, you just work on it now, but a lot of times, it isn't necessarily. So that's kind of how that would work in a corporate world. So, so yeah, anyways, getting on with the stuff. Um, let's see. Yeah, I actually wonder if that group by query was properly working too, because I don't think, did I see ND in here? Oh yeah, ND was in here. Was AK in here? Yeah, it was. Okay, it might have been working properly. In any case, we're going to try to forget about that for a second and move to the uh, to getting some of the data. So, so yeah, 40B, ASOS list, closest scan list, nothing close, so nothing there. Um, so let's see, we have this river in CA, so let's actually, and it has a snowtail site. Um, Closest snowtail triplet. You really should put the not just the triplet in. Actually, now that I think about it, there's a lot of data we probably should have thrown in here, but didn't. But in any case, did that copy the full thing? No, it fucking didn't. So we can take this thing, um, from the data, uh, and then I think it's 11 something anyways. So we'll take that and actually now try to scrape that for that gauge, scrape, and get just at least some data generated. So for that, we can go here and then, so scan, I think it was in here. So yeah, here's that file. We can download it. I think this does have it has the snowtail thing, right? So it has the distance, or does it? Well, yeah, it doesn't have the distance. Yeah, that really should have been put in there. But in any case, we have this file. We're going to save it just locally, and then start kind of a scrape thing. So, flow docker. Um, so yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't really want to muddy up the repo with that. Might save it. No, that's another repo. Um, so where should I save it? I'll just save it to like, I guess the desktop or something. So we'll just save it there and then we'll probably start a notebook. Um, Scraping test slash playground is what we'll call it. And so we want to import the hydro scraper. So that would be potentially a long path. Um, oh well, I guess pwd. Will this actually work? I never actually tried a really long import here. My guess is it doesn't. Um, in which case, yeah, I might move the shit to there then. I probably should have just done it in here and done it right in the notebook building. Um, Import hydro scraper. Um, okay, yeah, so we're not going to actually do that. We're going to move this stuff because creating a long import is just too much of a pain for what we're trying to do. So I'm going to actually move this there. I'm going to move this there. That's going to throw this off. But then I can more easily go to, oh shit, I'm running in this directory though. Okay, I'm actually going to kill that notebook thing because it's running in the wrong thing. Well, I mean, we could do it again, but it's just going to be easier just to do this from inside here. CD flow notebooks ls. So I'm just going to do it from in here. Or actually, I might do it in the directory above. That way I can reuse it. Or, oh, did I fuck that up? Okay, there we go. That should be back now. Okay. Oh, I started immediately going into the wrong directory. Infra FlowDB. Oh yeah, Riverflow notebooks ETL. Okay, so again, same standard stuff. We need to open the file with open, I don't know, something. Open, what the fuck do we call it? As f JSON data equals JSON.load f. So, and then some stupid relative import shit. So we have to go to the dir above this and then into, oh yeah, just into scraping functions. I think that's where it is, yeah. So, or no, or is it? Yeah, scraping functions. Or, yeah, scraping functions. Scraping functions import hydro scraper import sys. This has no attribute append. Thought you could just do where's Stack Overflow? We really probably should just make this a project, and then that would avoid some of this shit. No, let's see. That doesn't seem right. Yeah. From dot import as or what's my working directory? Maybe that's I screwed it up. So it is this as the work. Um, so attempted. Oh, God, I hate these errors. Um, well, I feel so stupid on this. Um, come on. I really don't want to have to do something like that because it just, uh, it won't work later. Um, um, no one uses an init.py folder anymore. I don't know why people are saying that. That was phased out in older versions. Okay, yeah, it's the sys.path.append, I think, that I've used before. This is annoying. So where'd my screen go now? Oh, that's not the right one, I don't think. Okay, let's do what's this? People don't use init.py files anymore. Hate having to do this. WD, I just want to use this as a testing thing. Okay, so okay, That was stupid. It just like, okay, so we need the hydro scraper object. Oh, we didn't actually need to open it, I guess. So we need start time, end time. Are these strings? Crap, now I can't even remember. Um, Scraping functions. So strings. Or were these actual date times? Oh, they were date times. Actually, I think they should start time, date time, import date time. So we're just going to do date time 20. So for this, let's look it up and see when the data starts, and then we'll probably, God, no, no. Um, and then we'll go back to that. So this looks like a gauge in San Bernardino. Looks like, well, the height started in, it looks like, well, the discharge started in 1988. I mean, if it actually goes legit back to 1988, then it might be worth scraping that far back. Um, but I don't know if it would fit, like, in reality does. Um, let's look. 19. So it's, let's just throw 1989. Then we could verify it at least goes back to then. Oh, oops. Did I just do till now? Shit. I didn't want to do that right now. Oh, fuck. No, that's going to be a giant query. Though it's pretty much what we're going to do later, but I didn't want to do it right now, per se, on their UI now. Okay, I'm going to just do that because that's probably going to overload their UI trying to do that right here. But I just try like seeing if it was maybe like 6 months in 89. They actually have data from way back then. I'd be impressed. What is wrong with this? See, they have a really clunky UI. I wonder if it would be good just to have like, an actually good UI though. As I've seen recently, I'm definitely not a front end dev. Oh, they have a monitoring cam. Changed. What's going on? Or maybe it's just Safari. Never thought Safari was a terribly great browser. Yeah, maybe it's just Safari. Change time span. Obviously, we're not going to do this for every single one, but just getting the idea of when things go back to, and if the date they say it goes back to can actually be trusted, so to speak. Oh, I think it's because that query was there. Yeah, I don't want to do that query. No, yeah. The problem was is that once that thing was in the browser, let's just do 01 1989, and that should be good. 01/01 1990 change time span. See, I mean, I don't get that. It's literally set. Oh, wait, discharge. Yeah, we'll select that. Yeah, I mean that makes okay. So discharge. It's like the data is even more broken up like all these years ago. Nonetheless, it's there. It looks like. Think. I mean, did they? Yeah, it's actually pretty consistent in places. They definitely, I think, had more breaks than their normal thing. Like, was that just maybe 2 days it was offline? Okay, let's now just check when the like weather station goes back to. So for this weather station, it looks like where is this? Closest ASOS. So this is actually pretty good. It's like only the weather station is only about 7 miles from the place, it looks like. Or even shorter if that's kilometers. Yeah, I think that's kilometers. So, so yeah, let's try to see when this goes back to. If it is, we'll hit the whole range, and we'll see how the script handles such a long date. So in terms of Mesonet, where's California? There we go. California SBD. Oh, it runs from 1943. So apparently it runs 1943 till now. So in theory, if we do the scrape from then, we should be getting. So if we do it from like 1989, just to be sure we don't hit the whenever it started in 88, we would probably be getting like more than 30 years of data, right? Yeah, yeah, we'd be getting like 35 years of data maybe, which would be pretty cool actually. So, okay, so let's go back to the notebook and we'll make our hydro scraper object. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot though. We also have to load that stupid Sentinel file. Oh fuck, I completely forgot about that. Oh yeah, and um I hadn't fully like um I hadn't fully like let's see, I hadn't fully yeah, I hadn't fully basically actually finished the stuff for the Sentinel data yet. Um But what we could do is we can at least get this scraper going. So date time, yeah, I guess we actually will start in 1989, 1/1. And we might as well just scrape through today so we have at least for one day the most recent shit. So we'll do 2024 and today is the 18th. And the path. I think we should be able to do that since that's our current working dir. So let's see. So we're getting a big request, of course, right now. Um, and we'll see if this actually runs. 2024. Yeah, I probably will save and cache these. Since these are larger requests, I probably don't want to be overloading Mesonet or USGS by doing them too many times. I wouldn't want them to cap my IP or anything. So I probably will cache these files somewhere so I don't do it again. So it looks like I did get that request. I think that's fine. I think we saw those errors before. So yeah, it looks like that did run. Now let me remember what I actually did with Scraper. I have too many windows open. So we did the Hydro Scraper, and then we did um so um and then we did combine data. Oh yeah, we have to call combine data and then combine Snowtail with DF. That will get the Snowtail data. The Snowtail is probably not that far back, or combined data is what it is. So h dot combine data. Shit. I literally just wrote this code not that long ago, and I'm already forgetting what the fields are. So I'm gonna have to look at the Hydro Scraper, and then we should be able to see. Where is it? Scraping functions. So when we call combine data, what does that create again? Okay, so that creates the join.df. So now if we call h.df, we should see what it is. h.joined df. And it looks like, yeah, it actually does go back to 1989 and runs through basically now. So that's pretty much actually what we wanted. I don't think the Snowtail is definitely going to run back that far. It's probably definitely not, but we'll go ahead and see. And then if that looks good, we'll probably then go and save the file. So that was combine df with Snowtail is what I think it is, or combine Snowtail with df. So we'll do h dot combine Snowtail with df. See what it creates. So out of curiosity, I'm just gonna see when Snowtail started. I mean, I guess we could see it in a second. So Snowtail, it looks like it started in 2008-ish, which honestly isn't awful. I mean, even from 2008, that should be like basically, I think, 16-ish years of data at this point. So, that should be good. And then we can do, oh yeah, then we do need to open the Sentinel thing in order to get the Sentinel tiles. Um, so combine Sentinel. Oh yeah. So basically, yeah, we have that really large file, which is the listing of basically all the satellite images taken around the world for at least like close to 10 years. So 11.1 gigabytes. So I have no idea what my memory is. I don't know if I can actually load it. What I'll do is actually before I try to load that, I'm gonna just save this file first and make sure that it's saved. So combine Snowtail with df. So I think then that creates the final df. So we're just going to do h.finaldf.tocsv, and we can call it, what was this station called again? We'll just call it this dot CSV, or maybe 89 to 24, just so we have the dates. We'll just call it that. So that's the CSV. You can see what size it is too. Yeah, the one reason I didn't want to do it in here is it is going to muck up the Git with a lot of different files that I don't want necessarily committed. But what we can do with these is we can then, I think, yeah, well, we'll definitely upload them, I think, before deleting them, but then we'll just kind of discard everything but the notebook, uh, which is right here. So we'll just discard all of this at the end, after we upload it to a bucket. I'm going to create, yeah, a bucket thing, like, I think just testing, scraping, scrape, scrape, or maybe scrape in this thing, 118. So that actually is quite a bit of data. Oops, I created a scrape one, but that's okay. So, shit, now I have to upload these. So these are the raw files we get out. And then scan, just uploading these. That we already have. We'll just upload these. Are these big files? So this is 17.5 megabytes, I mean, fairly large for a CSV. It's not huge, I don't think, though. So, not huge. So we'll just dump these in there, and then that should hopefully be good. I don't know why it's uploading so slow. It shouldn't be that slow, I don't think. In any case, yeah. So now we'll actually try loading the Sentinel and then getting the satellite imagery combination. Again, that was something that might kill all of our RAM potentially here. So I don't. So first I'm gonna. This has, I think, 32 gigabytes of RAM. And if not, we'll have to probably put that in a separate image. Memory. Are you already using 29? I hope it probably just hasn't cleared the cache, but I am going to close some things. Final Cut Pro definitely doesn't need to be opened. Numbers doesn't need to be opened. Spotify doesn't need to be opened. Excel doesn't need to be opened. Text doesn't need to be opened. 1Password doesn't need to be opened. Safari, I should, well, yeah, if I kill all the tabs, I'll obviously kill my notebook and the stream, but I'll get rid of some of these. I think most of these are, I'll get rid of that, I'll get rid of that, I'll get rid of these Stack Overflow, I'll get rid of the Reddit, I'll get rid of the powder lines. Oh yeah, so my live stream's there, so almost might have killed it. Get rid of other YouTube stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably not going to be able to load it, would be my guess, but I guess we can try though. Notes, pages, um, So, okay, we can try to load this from, have we actually import pandas? Import pandas as PD. And then, so the file's in downloads actually. Shit, where'd it go? Oh, it's this one. So PWD. So this would be downloads. So, yeah, if not, we're gonna definitely have to do another. Well, we're gonna probably have to do another solution anyways, but just seeing if I can do this end to end. So we're gonna do Sentinel DF. And one of the things we could also do potentially to reduce the size is basically the Sentinel DF currently has things from every geographic region in the world in it. And we could at least limit it down to only tiles from the US and ones that are in the US basically, because we have no other things, and that would probably already reduce the size of it quite a bit, I think. So if we like wrote a query on BigQuery to only get tiles in the US and then we export that again to CSV, it would probably actually reduce the size of it by a lot, would be my guess. So, I mean, obviously here we could just uh, write a query, but like thinking long term, like we don't want to be writing that for every gauge since we have like 5,000 of them. So, and speaking of which, we'll actually in the long run actually turn this into a loop where we, download all the metadata again and then loop through over all of it in the directory and then run all this shit and then save the files here automated. But anyways, before we get to that, yeah, let's try to see if we can actually go to BigQuery and then export that back to CSV for only the regions we actually need. So, okay, so we can do that now, and then hopefully that will reduce the size of it. So I think it was in BigQuery public, I think I remember. Sentinel BigQuery. So yeah, I know it's on BigQuery somewhere. Okay, it's available in BigQuery. So, okay, so here. So again, the big thing, tons of rows. So in new tab, basically what we're going to do, um, okay, we're not going to do anything by sensing time, but, so we're going to probably have to do lats and longes within, we can maybe draw like a crude box over the US to get something within the latitudes and the longitudes we need. Um, so yeah, we can start kind of drawing. The other way would be to, um, no, that would probably be longer actually. So what we can do, no, that's gauge meta. So yeah, we're probably going to have to look up the, uh, first actually we might worry about Alaska and stupid Hawaii later. Um, and stuff. 'Cause yeah, I don't want to have to do that right now. And then if we try to do it all at once, then we're gonna get ones we don't need because then we probably get like the ocean with Hawaii or something like that. So what we need to do is select uh well, what were the things we needed again? There were actually only specific things we needed from the query. Oh yeah, it was the path, and we need the tile ID, we need the date time, and we need, I mean, cloud cover might be useful. Okay, we want source URL. Um, Wait, what are these source URLs? Oh, no, no, we'd want base URL. Yeah, base URL, I think. And so, yeah, base URL, select. So we'll do something like select base URL, managers tile, sensing time. So, where's my query? So select base URL or base URL, sensing time. And then where. So now we have to draw the box of kind of where it is, I guess. Where U continental US boundaries, lat and longitude. 24 to 49 degrees latitude in the north, and I have no idea if that person was correct. Oh, check if lat and longitude is in the. Okay, so then we have this stuff like north lat. Um, so we want north lat, I guess. I don't get really the difference between this north and south lat, but so we want. Oh shit, where'd my query go? Where north lat is less than. Is that right? No. Or north lat is less than 49. We might want the abs. Where abs north lat is less than 49. And I forget how many and clauses you can have. And um forget if you can do this in SQL. Okay, I don't think you can actually. And abs. Yeah, is greater than. Um, I remember there were some problems when I last did a query like this with with it being like weird. Forget how it was, but it wasn't exactly churning out the right stuff. Save query. Um, project queries, saved queries. Which one was this query? Okay. And Westlat. Oh wait, use between. Between, I guess, is what you do. Where abs. Or wait, how did that work? Now I have to go back and see. Between 40. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's with the between 49 and between let's see, negative 66 and 124. So that should get everything, I think. Oh wait, I'll make this a decimal just so it's easier. 24 points. No. 124 or 124.78. Okay, so let's see what this brings. And there's no data to display. Yet. That's not good. Nor flat, west lawn, and between um yeah, wait, that query had worked. I forget this had this query worked? Yeah, it actually had worked. Or nor flat between 40 and 41. Between oh, I don't know why that between. Oh, maybe this is backwards. I think you need a smaller number first. Between. Let's try that. Okay. So yeah, maybe that's the whole US. I'm hoping. Base URL managers tile, save results. Um, okay, should I have cloud cover here? Maybe. I guess we can do that because it's better to probably do that, have it, than not have it would be my guess. So we'll just quickly add cloud cover. So we can probably do cloud cover. Yeah, that should be good. And then we can export this. Hopefully I don't get a huge BigQuery bill. Though I think you get the first terabyte free, so this is probably gonna be over 10 gig. Let me see. I think it only allows up to 1 GB. So I'm not sure if it reduced this thing by a factor of 10 though. Or 11, yeah. I'm going to save that query. It's a nice, well, I hope it's an okay query. Um, oh wait, did that actually work? Job history. So it looks like it might actually work. Oh, so I actually did dump it in Drive. So that means it's probably under 1 gig now. So I don't think it would have, Okay, yeah, that reduced it to 455. Yeah, it's because we also cut down on the number of fields. So yeah, that's definitely a lot. 455 is definitely a lot more manageable. Um, the question would be then is if, so I'm gonna actually save this table too, I think. Is there anything else I wanted here? Cloud cover, maybe total size. Or do I want to keep lat and longe? Hmm. No, I think we already have this thing, so I might just add total size and then go from there. So, total size. I'm gonna do that. And then I might save this as my own BigQuery table. So, save results, BigQuery table, loaded data sets. I have data sets though. BQ or Sentinel USA. Okay, so I'm just gonna have that, and then that too. So that should be good. We now have everything, I think. So, oh wait, is my stream fucking up? Okay, so I think the stream's back. It was down for a second. Okay, so yeah, we might end there soon. Or I guess I'll try to actually load this. See if we can load this now. It should be easily loadable since now it's not like a huge behemoth file. So so let's do pd.read csv, and then we'll hopefully get the sent. So we'll hopefully get this, and then that should work. Documents. No, so this is going to be downloads then. Still somewhat large file, so it might take a second. So we got everything we want there. Now we just need to call that function. Combine sentinel, and then yep, so h.combine sentinel. h.combine sentinel and then we can just do h.final df to see sentinel df. None of index sensing time are in columns. That's weird because I thought I saw it in columns. I guess it's not sensing base URL. I guess it's expecting them in caps, so so whereas now they're in lowercase. So I don't know if I have to re-import that. Oh, well I get shit. Well, yeah, it's not gonna work there because we already instantiated the object. So we'd have to rerun all this shit. Okay, I'm just gonna copy the function then, because I don't want to rerun all this shit right now. It's a pretty simple function anyways. Um, we just have to change the self stuff quickly. So self does blah, 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 final df. So combine sentinel. And then we return final df. So then we're just gonna combine sentinel h dot final df and then sentinel df. Ook. Um, doesn't match it at something. Um, thought that was right. Sensing df. So is that all of them or just one of them? 25. Um, I don't know what it's complaining about. Format. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the fucking things are, so. Oh, wait, there shouldn't be that there. Come on, I know that's the right format. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think with these there might be subtle things. Well, actually, it was in BigQuery, so I wouldn't think that the thing was completely screwed. But yeah, definitely, I think using the mixed is definitely slowing things down a lot right now. Oh wait, shit. This was on the whole US one. So for this one, we'd want to have queried it down. Oops. Yeah, that's probably not what we wanted to do. Um, okay, yeah, that's Sentinel DF. So we'd want to like move it down just so it's that one tile actually too. So we'd look at this managers tile. Okay, that's not what we want at all actually. Managers tile equals um okay. Um Tile equals tile error. So yeah, that's probably what we need to do. And yeah, let's see. See if we can get this to work. Oh, Sentinel DF. Yeah. Um. So 11,000 rows. So we're just gonna see if um NDF. I'm just gonna see which ones are NaN, if there are any not NaN. Drop NA columns. Subset. And that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's break this down step by step. So manager's tile equals tile. Said it should be 11 SMT, I think. And, oh shit. Ah, shit, I did not want to entirely reassign that. So they are in here, but the join isn't working. Oh yeah, we might have to just do sensing time too. Thought I did this on the other one though. Um, yeah. So that should be in there. So, um, Python round time to hour. Wonder if you could do that there. Dot. Okay, so yeah, here we still have a lot. Obviously not as much as this thing, but yeah, that kind of gets to it. So I think we'll conclude there for tonight. It's already been kind of a long video, but yeah, so we will have to change that function in the core code and everything, and then remove all these other files. But I do think we learned some stuff about actually joining to the wall and what the actual scraping will look like kind of in progress. So hopefully next time we can scrape some more gauges and get them kind of uploaded and squared away. Um, just real quickly, I will just do finded f oops to CSV final. Forget what we called this. Final something something. But yeah, that would pretty much, I think, then be the data all pulled together for one stream now. So have one done, only about, well, 5K to go in this initial batch, and hopefully um, uh, another 4K in the second batch. We will get all 9K streams up there. So Anyways, yeah, that's it for tonight. Some point we'll also go over adding kind of the scan data, but for now God damn it, why do I have so many browsers open? But for now we'll just I guess leave it kind of at there. Um, so yeah, we'll probably be back sometime early next week or maybe even tomorrow, but that's it for tonight. So.